Hello and welcome to the M2 Podcast. I'm your host, MikeWillEatU. My co-host right here is KyleHeath. This is the show where we cover gaming industry-related news. This week, we're going to talk about Oblivion Remake, Fortnite, Star Wars Edition. There is also a physical copy update of the Switch 2 games that's going on, I believe, in Japan. Is that right, Kyle? Is it Japan? I think so.
Yeah.
And then Xbox is allowing you to purchase games on your mobile app now. So, without further ado, Kyle, how you been, dude? We basically had a week off, so we didn't really chat much. How you been? What's going on?
Oh, dude, I've been chilling. It's kind of crazy. Like over the past kind of week that we're off, I don't know if I actually did much gaming. It's kind of just
Oh
chilling
yeah,
out and doing all sorts of random things and trying to just take a little spring break, if you will,
oh yeah.
kind of thing. So that was most of that week. But this past week, Oblivion Remaster dropped, kind of shadow dropped, even though we've covered it on the pod some and
We have.
whatnot, that it was imminent and we knew it was probably going to be soon. And then sure enough, kind of as the date approached, while we were out and kind of off, there were even more rumors circulating about like, oh, it's potentially going to be like 22nd, that's the 21st. That was kind of bouncing around. So it did eventually come out on the 22nd. So I've played a few hours of it, and graphically, and I've played it primarily on console. I actually downloaded it on my Xbox and I was just playing out on the TV. Graphically looks amazing. It runs pretty well. So I think overall I'm impressed with kind of, even for it being a shadow drop, it's actually ran pretty well, and I've been enjoying it for a little bit. And I had never got a chance to play the original, so it's kind of I feel like it's a good time to jump in and play now that it's a fresh coat of paint and kind of made for a modern audience. There's some quality of life stuff that was added. Like there is the ability to sprint now, which isn't there. I mean, obviously with like mods.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, like with
Yeah.
mods in the past game, you could obviously add stuff like that, but yeah, you can sprint now. I think what's interesting about it though is that I mean we'll get into it a little bit with the article, I'm sure, but it is Unreal Engine 5 now, so with that engine, it's kind of the modding capabilities aren't really there, unfortunately. So
Oh yeah.
kind of makes it harder for people to do their own thing and try and enhance the game themselves. But other than that, man, it's pretty good, dude. I don't think I did too much else. I actually noticed too. I got this guitar too while we were on the spring break. It's hanging on the wall.
Oh snap!
It's a
Yeah, it looks good.
new guitar. It's a Taylor GS Mini for the guitar heads out there. Wondering what kind it
Heck
is.
yeah, man.
But yeah, dude, it plays really well, and I'm really happy with it. It's a guitar I've wanted for a while, so I was like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna pull the trigger. So
Heck
I
yeah.
got it, and I've been enjoying it. So that's part of what I've been doing, besides gaming. This past week, just playing that and getting used to it. So enjoying it, dude. But yeah, that's pretty much all I had, Mike. I knew you had a very eventful spring break, pot break.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, it was pretty nice. I went to England, got to go see some family, and it was like right after I moved too. So it was like packed up everything, loaded everything up in a truck, had some movers, moved everything into the house, picked up everything, and just left for like a week. I went to go to Everton, go to some park in Liverpool. I
It's
got to see
amazing.
some family there. That's where they're from. So it was really nice. I got to see some family members that I hadn't seen since I was like 13. Really, like
Wow.
I mean, there were some that I hadn't like hadn't really seen since I was like 15, but it had been so long. It's like you don't really know them anymore.
Yeah.
So I had
Yep.
to make an effort to like go like reintroduce myself to the
Pretty
fam.
much. Yeah. Yeah. I've been there.
Yeah, it's very weird, but it was really sick, man. It was so much fun. I had loads of fun, and I got to see everything kind of like for the first time, and just I don't remember anything when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Got to go to Manchester, Liverpool, and London. Um, Fell in love with it. I want to move back. I I think that'd be awesome.
Yeah. Hey, dude.
But yeah,
A lot of life left, so it could happen.
that's true. Yeah, anything can happen. There's still time. But if for those of you that are watching on video format, that's why my whole background looks one completely different, and then two just like entire mess. But for gaming, man, I haven't like done any gaming at
No.
all. Obviously, I just watched a whole buttload of movies because the flight there and back is 8 hours one way. So yeah, I had plenty of time to watch stuff.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Hmm.
That's good. Take advantage of that. Dude, yeah, dude. I mean, you sent some pictures in the group chat. It looked like it looked really nice over there. Everything you sent,
Oh
and
yeah,
it's kind of the train rides and whatnot, and just like seeing the environment and like seeing Goodison. You're kind of in that stadium. It's crazy. Like getting to see your team in person. I bet that's always a good feeling. So
Yeah, it was very, very fun. It was just a good time overall, and I'm really happy to be back because now I finally have the opportunity to just chill again.
oh yeah,
Works like personally like is chaos right now,
yeah.
but aside from that, it's like I want to get back into the routine. I want to get ready for the summer and just really enjoy what's going on. Next weekend we have the Halo 2 LAN that I'm hosting. Got to figure out whether or not it's going to be possible to stream it, but everything's coming together for that as well. But let me tell you,
Yeah.
once that's done, I am vanishing off the face of the earth for like a while and
There you
just
go.
only playing solo single player games and just chilling. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
dude.
anyways, Ben, I'm kind of ready to just hop right into the first article and
I
just
am too,
get
dude.
the train moving, bro.
I am
Um,
too, man. Yeah,
so what you got
let's
for us?
get into it. Yeah, we talked a bit about Oblivion Remaster. So, look, I
Mhm.
think it's only right we kind of start off with a little Oblivion article from IGN here. It said Oblivion shows remakes could be the key to Bethesda getting back on track. Sudden Elder Scrolls hype proves the past could be the future. It's kind of an interesting take, this one, and I something that honestly, when I really think about Bethesda's strategy, I think this could be an
Yeah.
effective one. So let's get into it.
All right.
By Azura, by Azura, by Azura. This is from Sab Astley over at IGN. The rumors are true. Yesterday, Bethesda set the internet on fire by finally pulling back the curtain on Virtuo's remaster, or really a remake, of Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. An Elder Scrolls Direct of sorts culminated in a surprise shadow drop, which near immediately transformed into hundreds of thousands of concurrent players. This moment of global hype and celebration feels like a much needed port into the current storm Bethesda Game Studios has been facing in recent years. From conducting years long damage control to rectify Fallout 76's misfire launch, to the lackluster reception of its new sci fi universe, Starfield, Studio's most recent output had many fans asking the same question: has Bethesda lost the magic? There's fiercer competition in the RPG spaces these days, with Larian Studios' Baldur's Gate 3 and Obsidian's The Outer Worlds franchise both garnering critical acclaim as the Elder Scrolls and Fallout spiritual successors. But with Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 may be years away from reclaiming their crowns, this re release of Oblivion may be the step in the right direction, just not in the direction you'd expect. At its peak, Bethesda Game Studios was an RPG juggernaut. 2020 Microsoft's leaked FTC documents revealed that Fallout 4 had sold 25 million units to date. The game shifted over 5 million units in the first week alone, according to VG charts. Likewise, the 2023 Todd Howard announced Skyrim has crossed 60 million sales, so it's worth noting re-releasing it 50 times likely helped. So what about Starfield? Estimates put it at just over 3 million units a year and a half post-launch. While taking into account Game Pass subscribers, which would boost players, if not sales, and Starfield's lack of PlayStation presence, this must still be something of a disappointment for Bethesda. And while there is a Starfield fan base, it's far smaller than that enjoyed the Elder Scrolls or Fallout, and even it has voiced displeasure with the game's first expansion, Shattered Space, which unfortunately was kind of just like like just wasn't just didn't really do much.
You know what's wild though is like it's just 3 million units sold for Starfield is considered a disappointment.
It's kind of
Whereas
wild.
if it was like, yeah, it's like if it was an indie dev, that'd be phenomenal.
Exactly. It's
Uh,
like, yeah, it is wild
yeah,
that
I think,
perspective.
yeah, but it's also kind of different too because the Elder Scrolls and Fallout, when those came out, there wasn't really a subscription based model like Xbox Game Pass. So I think that might be one of the reasons why that was so successful. It also didn't have as much competition. I feel like there's more
Yeah.
games now than there ever has been.
Oh
More
yeah.
variety.
Oh yeah. I mean, dude, there's like so many. I mean, yeah, there's so many games uploaded to Steam and all these different platforms that are, and all these indie devs just cranking stuff out. It's like it's a lot of competition these days. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, it's definitely true. This all leaves the developer with a big problem. With the Elder Scrolls 6 years away and Fallout 5 just a whisper in the hollowed halls of the studio's corridors, how can this once iconic RPG developer enchant their fan base once more? The answer lies in the past. And just before I even move on, quick thing, it's like Elder Scrolls 6, we're talking probably 2027, 2028, and like at the
Yeah, you're
earliest.
right.
And
Yeah.
then and then Fallout 5, I mean, we're talking 2030, 2031,
Hmm.
32. Like, I mean, this is,
That's
I mean,
true.
that's 5, 6, 7 years away for the Fallout game at this point. Um, yeah, it's just, unless they do something different or kind of hand Fallout to a different studio, it's like, it's going to be a while. Um, Rumors of the Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion Remaster began back in September. It was leaked by Microsoft documents, revealed a number of unannounced Bethesda titles, including a remaster of 2006, A Landmark Trip to Tamriel. All was quiet until January 25, when a former employee of Virtuos let slip more details, dividing Elder Scrolls fans as the authenticity like the Stormcloaks versus the Imperials. Finally, last week, the dam broke, albeit early, setting the internet ablaze. There was over 6.4 million Google searches for Elder Scrolls 4 or Elder Scrolls 6 Oblivion. That's incorrect Roman numeral. Um,
Yeah, it
rising
is.
by 613% last week alone. At its peak, Bethesda's reveal live stream had over 500,000 viewers watching. Despite the leaks, over 600,000 people tuned in to see a 19-year-old game revealed to them. The intense, fervent demand to play the remaster caused discount game key websites like CD Keys to crash, slowed Fanatical and Greenman Gaming to a crawl. As of yesterday, Steam's concurrent players stood at 125,000. The game is firmly the number one bestseller. The enthusiasm Bethesda fans have for Oblivion burns as bright as the flames that spill over the Oblivion gates themselves. How can this once iconic RPG developer enchant their fanbase once more? The message from players is clear. If you rebuild it, they will come. What better
It's
way to
true.
keep fans engaged and invested during these long development periods than to invite them to take a trip back to the mysterious Isles of Morrowind or the hallowed out husk of the East Coast? From a commercial standpoint, it makes clear sense. While Bethesda's main development staff toils away on long gesting new projects, trusted partners like Virtuos can use historic blueprints to craft remasters in shorter timeframes. Such remasters are based on games with built-in audiences. For many, they're the first real RPG gamers will have sunk their teeth into during respective generations. Storing these works also invites a whole new generation to become obsessed with the inner workings of the land of Tamriel or crawl out of the post-apocalyptic fallout into Vegas or DC. Bethesda has already strategically uplifted its own catalog once before. Fallout 4 was discontinued by up to 75% during the Fallout TV show's first season on Prime Video. Discounted. Sorry, I don't know why I said discontinued. Alongside a cleverly scheduled next-gen update, which brought over certain homages from the show. As a result, Fallout 4 sales jumped over 7,500. I almost said 75,000. That'd be
Yeah.
nuts.
7,500, brother.
7,500, yeah. That'd
That's
be
still
nuts.
insane number though.
That's crazy, yeah. And that's just in Europe. So it's crazy to see those kind of sales jump that high. But it's funny with the next gen update for Fallout 4 when that came out. It actually pissed off a lot of modders, and like even there's a Fallout London project, which is like a huge like pretty much other game like size mod that had to
Yeah.
delay because of the update because they were like, oh wait, this breaks like a lot of stuff in our little mod. So yeah, I say little mod, it's huge, but like it broke so much in their mod that they essentially just had to like go back and fix a bunch. And they were like, yeah, we don't know when we can like put this out. And I think it took them like an extra couple months to fix it and actually put it out.
Yeah. That's not good.
Yeah, it's insane. Another article. Looking back to Microsoft's leaks Bethesda roadmap, many noted that the Fallout 3 remaster was listed to follow Oblivion 2 years later. It's important to note the timelines from the original presentation have shifted. Oblivion was originally cited as a fiscal year 22 release. However, assuming these original gaps remain true, it appears that a Fallout 3 remake could be on the cards for 2026, just in time for Fallout Season 2, coincidentally. While a Fallout remaster seems inevitable now, given the second series shift to New Vegas, could it be possible that Bethesda's early conversations with showrunners Graham Wagner and Geneva Robertson Drought mean that a surprise New Vegas remake could be in store? Given the synchronicity of the show's first season to Fallout 4's vibe and aesthetic, could Bethesda's level up its craftiness even more for the upcoming New Vegas-centric second season? At Shadow dropped Oblivion, it's not out of the realm of possibility that the New Vegas remaster trailer is lying in wait for us at the end of Fallout Season 2's finale. However, there's one game that Bethesda in Bethesda's back catalog that deserves to be remade the most. It's undeniably Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. Many Elder Scrolls fans have spent years fuss row dying on the mountaintop for this, with one group of superfans going as far as to remake Morrowind using Skyrim's tools, a la Skyblivion. However, Morrowind is not as easy a game to remake as Oblivion. It sits on the precipice between Bethesda's evolutions as a studio. It is literally built differently to our modern understanding of Elder Scrolls games. It's only partially voiced. Most of the story is told through text. There's no quest markers. Players must literally write down directions given by NPCs, save for those with perfect memories. And combat physics are non-existent. Whereas Virtuos was able to overhaul some of the more finicky systems in Oblivion, the entirety of Morrowind is a finicky system. It's why many love the game, but it's also why it's difficult to remake. To remake Morrowind is a dangerous tightrope. Modernize it too much, and you risk losing the magic it was originally imbued with. Leave too many antiquated systems in place, and it'll feel worse than the almighty scuba hangover. When a studio becomes the icon of a gaming subgenre, the challenge is this: how do you innovate and evolve while also holding on to your audience? Rockstar Games has kept Grand Theft Auto players satisfied for over a decade, through the ever-expanding multiplayer world of GTA Online, which in turn fuels the eye-watering, expensive rumored budget for GTA 6. Bethesda's bread and butter is richly detailed, expansive worlds that are resolutely single-player. Elder Scrolls Online and Fallout 76 just don't hit in the same way. However, what's clear through the overwhelming response to Virtuos's Oblivion remaster is that gamers are more than on board to dive back into the historic annals of Elder Scrolls of years gone by. It's not to say any remaster is a slam dunk. This particular one is a clear product of careful consideration and skill development, and a lesser game may have garnered a very different response, a la Rockstar's own GTA Definitive Editions. But what better way for the former king of modern RPG to get back on track than to breathe new life into some old classics? Bars.
I like that, man. That's a good point about doing a remaster to fix the bugs. It's like the bugs were part of the appeal of the game to begin with, and I can totally relate to that because a lot of my favorite games have kind of game-breaking bugs in them, but it makes it better, which is
Yeah.
really cool. A lot of people are saying it's not even a remake; it's a remaster, and it's if I don't know, it well, it's still for the debate, I think. But
Yeah.
it seems like everybody enjoys it. I've seen nothing but positive feedback that's online and like forums, videos of just I don't know. I think it's a good nostalgic jump
Oh yeah.
for gamers to come back.
Yeah. I
How
mean, the
how'd you feel about it?
yeah, I mean, I played a couple hours of it, and like I was talking about earlier, I mean, I think for the most part it's pretty good. They haven't lost like the charm that Oblivion has, or they haven't lost like they haven't lost like kind of what made Oblivion good, and kind of like there's still some of like the character model stuff that you see, and it's kind of like you can still see a little bit of the old artwork and kind of like the old foundation there, except it's just like a fresh coat of paint's put on it. Um,
Oh yeah.
so like you could still see kind of the quirks of what made the characters unique and stuff like that. Like they haven't got rid of that. I will say too, one of the missions I ran, it was like one of the earlier missions in the game where there's a bug that, funny enough, I was talking to some coworkers today because they're also playing it. They were like, and I was like mentioning this to them. They were like, "Dude, I ran into the exact same thing," and I was so confused. But like, there's a bug where it's a bug where like you're fighting a bunch of enemies in the courtyard, in like this courtyard outside of a castle. Where it's kind of like not really a castle, but you're just like fighting out in this courtyard and you kill everything. And then the quest marker is one of the commanders of the squad. You go over to him just to see, I got to talk to him. But he pretty much essentially says like, oh, we got to kill everything in the courtyard first. And it's like, well, I already did that. And so I was like Googling, trying to figure out what was going on. And it turns out like it's a bug where you have to essentially just go in and progress the quest like on your own without the guidance of kind of like quest marker or anything in order to like
Right.
fix it. So I just had to go in and like grab an item and bring it back to him, and then it progressed the quest. But apparently it was a bug that was in the old game. So it's like it's funny to see like the foundation is definitely still there. It's not lost, that's for sure. So that
That's
is a
really
funny
good
little
though.
thing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah.
I've seen. I think. Did you? It might have even been you. You sent me the video of just no, there's some like audio cue that's going on either Blue Sky or Twitter of people playing the game and they're like, they made this and they put it back in the game. I unfortunately never played Oblivion to that level, but I know my sister and a lot of my friends did growing up, and they're excited about this, like truly
Yeah,
excited. And I'm looking forward to the further Bethesda remakes or remasters that are coming along.
yeah.
Could bring a
I mean,
lot of
dude,
people back to what they enjoy with gaming.
I am a Fallout fan at heart. So
Yeah.
the second that Fall, I'm pretty sure I'd be surprised if they didn't remake Fallout 3. Just because like Fallout 3 is a game that like whenever like Windows 10 and like even Windows 7, whenever Windows 7 came out and then Windows 10, it's like both of those like the game did not work well with those operating systems because it was just like developed on Vista or something like that. Trying to
Oh
think.
yeah.
Um, so like the game was made for older operating systems and they weren't, and so like when these new ones came out, like the game was just literally could not run like 90% of the time unless you like get a bunch of like mods and fixes, and sometimes you
Yeah.
can jerry rig something together and make it work. But it was like once you get to Windows 10, it's just like, well, unless you get like the old like Windows game player
Oh
add-on or
yeah, I know what
whatever,
you
then you
mean.
could get it to work, and it was
Yeah.
like it's a whole thing. So
Yeah, at
um
that point, it's just like it's not worth it anymore. I
yeah,
guess you could do what's it called? Virtual machines, and you can do
yeah,
it in any year of Windows. So I guess that's the workaround,
yeah.
but do you really want to do that? It sounds
Yeah.
fun.
It's like if you want to play Fallout 3, the quickest way to play it really is either play it on a console or play it on like a cloud service. Because I think like I want to say it was available for free at one point on Amazon Luna, where you could like
Yeah,
actually log in and play it. It actually worked pretty well. So
that's good.
I mean, it's one of those things like unless you have a streaming service or it's on console, those are like the quickest ways to play it. Unless you really want to try and like spend a couple hours and try to get it
Oh
to
yeah.
work on your Windows machine. It's like Windows 11. But so that would a remake remaster of that is very much welcome, and I think would do very, it would just print money, especially if they do it well. So I'm looking forward to see what Bethesda has up their sleeve for that, because I'm you already know I'm all in on that. That's gonna be a Game Pass day and date. I have a feeling, so I'm excited.
Yeah, it's some stuff as well. Like, have you seen the general consensus? Some people are saying there's like, from what I've seen, is some people are saying they would rather have more remakes or more remasters. I saw there was one game, Morrowind. They really want that to be remade or like more of it. And there's another one where a lot of people are just saying it's like, why are they even worrying about remakes and remasters? Like people want new stuff as well from Bethesda. But I don't know. This could be an opportunity for Bethesda to get like on track because they've kind of fell away of where they should be going as a game developer or publisher.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, look, I think I'm all for like remaking, remastering games as long as it's not taking away from the new stuff at that studio. Like if you give it to another studio to do like they did with Virtuos, I'm totally for
Yeah.
that, because it's like, I mean, for strategy for Bethesda, it's like I feel like it'd be very effective. Just go back to your old stuff for now, while you cook up,
Yeah.
and hopefully the new stuff kind of catches up. And I don't know, man. It's yeah, Elder Scrolls 6. I'm still worried about because you got that creation engine running on it, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But I mean, at least this was like, I mean, seeing the Oblivion remake, it's like seeing. I mean, obviously the creation engine, I think that's like under it. It's still under the hood, but they have Unreal Engine 5 to like do all the graphics and stuff and kind of the outer shell. So I mean, it looks good, looks great, and it's played well so far. Minus kind of the old bugs that it's like they just never really fixed.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I mean, I think it'd be interesting to see if they could do something like this with the newer game. Albeit though, the modding they would probably wouldn't be able to mod and stuff, and that's huge for Bethesda. So
Yeah, it is.
it's kind of like it's probably not worth it. But I'm curious to see what they do with Elder Scrolls 6, because yeah, man, it's gonna be on ain't gonna be on Unreal Engine. I have a feeling.
Yeah, I think you might be right. But hey, shall we jump on to the next article?
Speaking of
Topic of
Unreal Engine,
discussion. Yeah, that's actually a really good segue to be honest. Yeah. Unreal Engine, for those of you that don't know, made by Epic Games, and Epic Games makes Fortnite. So this article is coming from The Verge. It is Wes Davis, article number 2. So Fortnite is getting a Star Wars Battle Royale with a Darth Jar Jar. Kyle, do you know anything about the online lore of Darth Jar Jar?
I know it's the first time hearing of it. I thought it was like a
Okay.
meme. I didn't. I was like, this.
It's like it was a fan theory before The Force Awakens came out,
Uh,
and the fan theory was what like it started. Let me take you back in time before The Force Awakens came out. Do you watch all the Star Wars at all? I think you
yeah,
did, right?
yeah. I've seen them
Okay,
all.
so nobody knew what The Force Awakens was going to be about,
Yeah.
and there was a Reddit post, I believe. It might have been the first time I ever went on Reddit, and because I was kind of late to the game on that one. There was a Reddit post by a Star Wars super nerd that came up with this theory that Jar Jar Binks from the second movie, from the first and second movie, episode 1 and 2, that he was it episode, I think it was just episode 2 and 3. Whatever. He is actually a Darth Lord, like a Dark Lord that was Jedi. Like they had clips and scenes
Yeah.
building evidence for how he was using the Force to manipulate everybody,
Oh,
and he was actually the master of Emperor Palpatine.
nice.
And yeah, and it just went like he's supposed to be an ultra powerful, super like sick
Yeah,
Sith
yeah.
Lord, and that's the whole fan theory. And there was a really compelling argument. It was so good that I was like, that would make sense because why else would you put Jar Jar Binks in episode 2 or 3? And
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
notice, everything in the Senate goes down when Jar Jar Binks takes over because he enables and influences, and he's actually the person who elects Palpatine to become the Emperor or the Chancellor, who then becomes Emperor. It's a whole thing, dude. I should find it for you, but obviously, since it hasn't happened, it doesn't really matter anymore. But let's get into this. Back to what we're talking about. We're talking about Fortnite. Fortnite is getting a Star Wars battle royale with Darth Jar Jar. May the Fortnite be with you. Pretty nice timing. Only a couple of ways away till May 4th. Star Wars is once again descending on Fortnite. This time, it's through the Star Wars theme Galactic Battle, a new Battle Royale season that starts May 2nd and features Darth Jar Jar in the debut of Force Lightning, a new in game ability. The news was appropriately revealed at a Star Wars celebration in Japan. As with most Fortnite seasons, this one had been heavily rumored in the run-up. For the uninitiated, Darth Jar Jar is a goofy fan theory. Oh, they link it on Screen Rant. Yeah, so is a goofy fan theory that holds that Jar Jar Binks was secretly a Force user and possibly the real villain of the Star Wars prequel trilogy. It's pretty compelling. Definitely check it out if you don't already know. Ahmed Best, the voice of Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, said on a stage event at the event, said on stage at the event that he improvised some Darth Jar Jar lines for the betrayal. When asked to list any of his favorites, he said, "I am the Phantom Menace" was totally improvised, adding that the line was something he's been meaning to say for over 20 years. Galactic Battle will include X-wings and TIE fighters that players can pilot, themed maps, and all new item shop offerings, including Mace Windu. That could be pretty cool. Players will also be able to buy uh, out. Is that buy? But they're hard. Wait, am I missing something? Players
But
will also be able to buy, but
yeah,
their
it's,
hard-earned Fortnite V-Bucks to buy with their hard-earned Fortnite V-Bucks towards a Star Wars themed battle pass with characters like Emperor Palpatine and Wookiee Cuddle, team leader. Uh, Galactic Battle will play out over 5 weeks with different themes leading up to a narrative live event. Here is the schedule from StarWars.com. So, May 2nd, Imperial Takeover. Then you have May 8th is The Pull of the Force. May 22nd, Mandalorian Rising. May 29th, Star Destroyer Bombardment. June 7th, Death Star Sabotage. And I assume the Death Star is going to blow everything up. Of course, this is far from the first collaboration between the two pop culture behemoths. There have been Star Wars skins in the game dating back to 2019, and the last year Star Wars elements spread throughout the entire Fortnite ecosystem, including its Lego and rhythm game spin-offs. Fortnite's current season has a heist theme, and has featured celebrity cameos from the likes of uh, Shui Otani. Is that it? Shohei
yeah,
Otani
Shohei
and
Ohtani.
Yeah, and Sabrina Carpenter. I know who Otani is.
Oh yeah,
Everybody should. Yeah, he won MVP like 3 years or something in MLB or something crazy.
he's crazy, bro.
Dude's a goat.
He's
You know.
nuts. Yeah,
Yeah.
Star
So
Wars too.
yeah, it's gonna be pretty sick. I'm honestly excited. I went to. Here's the funny thing. I went to the comment section because sometimes I do that just to see what other people are thinking. Uh, Number one comment or most recent comment, and it goes, "How dare you call it? How you dare you call the Darth Jar Jar goofy?" It's just
Goofy me.
stupid fun. You should
Goofy
check it out.
me.
There's an entire video about it. It's
Sounds like I need to.
yeah. I mean, if you like
I
fan
mean,
fiction, fan theories, it's kind of
yeah.
fun. You know,
I
it
mean, it
can be
sounds like there
cool.
could be truth to it when you were explaining it. So, um,
Yeah.
yeah. I see a little trailer, a little 30-second trailer.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Gosh, take to the skies. Star Wars is invading the Fortnite universe. That's what's going on in this video.
You got Luke flying the
Fish
X-wing,
moly. See, is that what's going on?
Mace Windu,
Got
Chewbacca.
everybody.
This is really making me want to go play Star Wars Battlefront.
Yeah. Yeah. Um. Yeah. Okay.
Darth Jar Jar. That's so silly.
Yeah, that's silly. I need. It's always cool to see Fortnite still doing stuff, man. It never dies. Always got something going on. Always do collaborations with everybody under the sun. But yeah, I mean, see, it's cool that these are like seem like special events kind of thing. It's different from just the battle royale. But it's cool that they're putting some time in to do something different. I mean, Fortnite's been doing different stuff for years now, especially with creator,
Oh yeah.
creations and making their own Roblox. Essentially, it's yeah. Um, but I don't know. Yeah, dude. The only thing I'm getting out of this is I need to look more into Dark Jar Jar and see the whole theory. That's what
The
I'm.
only thing you're getting out of this.
It's the only thing.
Um,
It's the only thing I've seen out of this.
I'll tell you what. After this, after we get done recording, I'll find the video that I watched. It came out years ago, man. Obviously, it was before the Force Awakens, or yeah, Force Awakens. It was a really good, fun fan theory. Yeah, I'll send it to you. And honestly, I want to watch it again and just remember how good the fan theory was and how it could tie everything together and it could be super funny. And nothing happened, which is a total bummer, but it happens, you know.
Yeah,
It is what it is.
yeah, it certainly is what it is. I don't know. Yeah, dude, who knows, dude? If any of these events are cool, I might hop on Fortnite. Why not?
I was kind of thinking about that too. I mean, just like the trailer is really enticing. I haven't hopped on Fortnite in a very long time. I've seen like friends of mine just kind of a shocker. They jump from games to games and they always come back to Fortnite like every so often.
Yeah.
They're just yeah, for a while they were on Call of Duty and then they jumped on Diablo and then back to Call of Duty and then they go to Fortnite. It's all over the place with them.
These
It's
game
pretty fun.
hoppers. Yeah.
100%, dude. I mean, we kind of are game hoppers. Just
Yeah.
follow the trend a little bit. Try to
Yeah,
stay in
hey man.
contact with the vibe.
Yeah. I've been making a joke with my friends. It's kind of a bit of a I won't say gaming recession because there's been a lot of great games that came out, but it's kind of like the running joke we've had. It's like, hey man, we're finding something to play. That's where we're at right now. Some people are just
Oh
finding
yeah,
something to play. So you can play anything, dude. That's a win.
this is the way, brother. All right, hit me with the next article. What's going on with the
Switch,
Switch?
dude. Oh, the Switch.
Yeah.
This come from Video Game Chronicle. Video Games Chronicle.
Hmm.
Chris Scullion. I was gonna say Sicilian. That's not Sicilian. Scullion. Chris over at VGC said every physical third-party Switch 2 game seen in Japan so far is a game key card requiring a download. It's not clear if this will also be the case in the West. Pre-orders for Switch 2 software has gone live in Japan, and players have realized that every third-party release seen so far is a game key card. Game key cards are Nintendo's new branding for cartridges that still require the game to be downloaded from the Switch 2's online store before the game can be played. The cartridge doesn't contain the game data, rather, it's simply a key that enables a download. Game key cards are different from regular game cards because they don't contain the full game data, Nintendo says. Instead, the game key card is your key to download the full game to your system via the internet. After it's downloaded, you can play the game by inserting the game key card into your system and starting it up like a standard physical game card. As originally pointed out on X by Jimatsu, the physical versions of every third-party Switch 2 title currently up for pre-order appears to be a game key card rather than the full game itself. BGC has checked out the Japanese online store, Yodobashi, and can confirm that of the 11 new third-party Switch 2 games currently listed on the site with box art, all 11 of them have a logo on the front of the box designating them as game key cards. Show a little image in the article as well, kind of showcasing that. Ain't none of those physical, you know what I'm saying? Crazy. Full list of games on the site had the game key card logo on the packaging is Bravely Default, Flying Fairy, Damon and Machina, Titanic Scion, Kinitsugami, Path of the Goddess, Puyo Puyo Tetris 2S, Redao Remastered, Shine Post Be Your Idol, Sonic X Shadows Generations, Street Fighter 6, Psychoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Survival Kids, and Yakuza 0 Director's Cut. Of the third-party games listed on the retailer, only 2 marvelous titles, Rune Factory, Guardians of Azuma, and Stories of Seasons Grand Bazaar aren't game key cards. Those aren't full Switch 2 games, however. Rather, they're Switch 2 editions of standard Switch games, containing both the Switch 1 game on the cartridge and the Switch 2 upgrade. It's not yet clear how widespread this will be post-launch, nor is it yet known whether all of these games will also be game key cards in the West. Certainly, CD Projekt has already stated that Cyberpunk 2077 is contained entirely on the cartridge. It's already been confirmed that Street Fighter 6 and Bravely Default Flying Fairy will be game key cards in the West, but time will tell whether this will be the case with the Western versions of the other games in the above list. Currently, the UK versions of Daemon X Machina and on Amazon UK doesn't have the game key card logo on the packaging, while the UK version of No Sleep for Kamanadate does have the logo. The most immediate issue some players have with this is that the vast majority of original Switch cartridges contain the physical game on the cart, meaning should the Switch eShop ever close down in the distant future, those games will still remain playable. If most third-party Switch 2 games are going to game key cards, however, a shutdown of Switch 2 eShop, even if that was to happen decades from now, would ultimately result in those games no longer being downloadable and therefore rendering the cartridges useless. Another potential issue is that of region locking. Switch cartridges currently work on all regions of hardware, but if a player from the West was to visit Japan on holiday and buy a game that's also available in the Japanese eShop, it's not yet known if they will be able to access the Japanese Switch 2 eShop to download the game without potentially having to create a separate Japanese account. It's another layer to it I didn't think about region locking.
Yeah. That's just irritating, man.
Yeah. I mean, straight up, it's just irritating. And that's the thing. It's like, sure, game key cards, it's like, whatever, it's convenient for them and whatnot, but like, it's not good for the consumer because eventually your card is just a piece of plastic and that's it. So.
Yeah. It's pretty much, it's kind of archaic. It reminds me of a time, I believe there were some mobile computers like way back in the day where you had to have a physical key to unlock it. Like you would slide it into the computer to register that you were who you said you were in order to get in. And then people realized it's just like, well, why don't we just do digital passwords?
Yeah.
You know, and there's this whole other thing, man. It's like I get half the game key card because the games, the file sizes, it just can't fit on the
Yeah. It's just a physical issue.
yeah, it could be a physical issue, or maybe they're using that as an excuse, possibly.
Possibly.
Yeah, it's just annoying, man, because it's like I really want to own my own copy, and if they do go the region locking route, which they haven't done, I don't think they've done that since. I don't even think they did it on the Wii, did they? I mean, I guess you could say it's region
I don't
locking
think
because
so.
there was Japanese versions only for certain video games, but you can kind of figure it out. Like, you can still
Yeah.
use it in other countries. Um, I don't know, man. It makes me feel kind of gross.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to deal with this at all. I want to play all my games no matter what.
Yeah, and until you mentioned that, I didn't think about it. Like physical, like I'm not a game developer, but just speaking from a technological standpoint, like there are micro SD cards that are like so small that are fit terabytes.
Right.
It's like
Oh yeah.
that's why it's like hard for me to be like, oh, it's a physical issue because it's like, why don't you just put the game on micro SD card in the cart so you can at least sell the cart? It's like I know it's probably not that easy, but it's like that's just where my like my non game
Uh,
developer brain goes. It's like, what's
yeah,
going on?
I agree with you to an extent. I think there needs to be, I don't know. I don't know the science or the engineering behind building like an SSD drive or building a cartridge for games to run off of locally. It's just
Yeah.
I don't really know how that works because it can't be as simple as doing a flash drive, right? Or can it?
See,
Because in
that's
a
the thing. I
way,
don't
it's
know.
like if you have a USB drive that's a USB 3.0, then there you go. You can store pretty much all your games on it. I did that with my Xbox console. I
Yeah,
reformatted it so it would work with the Xbox Series X, and then I just downloaded all the digital copies and plugged it in,
yeah,
and we
that's what
were
I'm
good to
saying.
go. But it's weird because they're always trying to sell that stupid game cartridge that's like proprietary
Yeah, the
only
proprietary
Microsoft
hard
product,
drive.
and
Yep.
it costs like 3 or 4 times as much as it ever should.
Yeah,
It's just stupid, by the way.
yeah. It's
Um,
just so dumb. But it's like I guess the thing. It's like, dude, I don't know. Like maybe, and I don't know. I'd love someone to correct me because it's like I could just be way out to lunch on
agreed.
this, but like I feel like it just doesn't make sense to me how we have storage devices that are so tiny that store so much data nowadays, and
Exactly.
you can't physically fit something like that in a cart and sell it as a physical game. Like I just find that hard to believe.
It's it's gotta be something to do with how the game because
Yeah,
I can download every single retro game before essentially the Wii year, which is when did the Wii come out? Like 2008? Like
yeah,
right when the Xbox
2008. Yeah, I
360
think
did?
so. I think it was.
I
Yeah,
can download literally everything, put it on a micro USB, and that will run anywhere I am, so long as I have a launcher for it. And it's
oh god,
yeah,
one
but
job.
I don't think you could do that now. That's the thing. There's something
Yeah, I don't
going
know.
on that we're missing, and like it makes me very curious, and I feel like I need to go do some research.
Yeah,
And if
yeah,
anybody
it's true.
knows and you're
Yeah,
listening,
yeah.
like if
Please,
you're an expert, just yell at us.
yeah.
Tell us
Please write a
what
comment
it
or
is.
something.
Like,
I
why can't you do like what you're saying, an SD card that's like two terabyte SD cards that cost a freaking fortune, but you're able to put every single game on there.
yeah,
And then if you
yeah.
can do that, why can't Nintendo make their game cartridges hold 150 gigabytes worth of what is it? Call of Duty Warzone.
Precisely. Saying it just
Yeah.
doesn't make
What's
sense.
going on?
Like I get like from an emulation standpoint, it's hard to emulate modern console or like consoles that are a couple generations back.
Oh, for
But it's
sure.
like
Yeah.
we download games digitally now on hard drives and
Exactly.
all these small devices, and it's like and they work perfectly. So there's the technology. I feel like I find it hard to believe that technology's not there that we could not fit this on like a like because I get it from a disc, right? A disc is a disc. It's so different because like a disc is like it is physical. You can only fit so much on it. That makes sense to me. Like a disc is just it's being phased out because it's just so old. It's like these little tiny micro SDs or something. Like just these little tiny devices that could just fit all this data on it. I don't know, dude. I just find it hard to believe. I'd love for someone to be like, "No, Kyle, this is why you can't do this," and then I'd be like, oh, "Okay, that makes sense." Love that because right now it don't
You're
make no
right.
sense. Something to do research about.
It's the only way. There's got to be reasons, and I refuse to believe in the year 2025
The
that
only the
we
only
can't figure
reason
this out.
the only reason I can think
Yeah,
is
that
that
money. You're
greed,
right.
that good
You're
old
right.
greed.
It's about that money.
uh,
Yeah.
who's like still about that money, but like not milking their fan base
Oh,
that much.
well, I mean, yeah. I'm glad you said not that much. I mean, Xbox is 100%
Every company's
milking, but
milking their fan base, but like
yeah,
some more
they're all
egregious.
oh, dude. It's like across the board. They're just trying to get away with whatever they can. It's not just Xbox or Nintendo or PlayStation. It's literally like every single company in the world is just except for the Japanese ones. Really, I mean, Nintendo's a Japanese one, but I mean,
Yeah. With the exception of Nintendo.
Japanese companies typically get you what you pay for. Typically. Um, yeah, equality, whatever. Doesn't matter. Sidetracked. This next article is from Emma Roth at The Verge. So Emma Roth wrote a article about Xbox. So she said Xbox will soon let you purchase games in its mobile app. And if you raise an eyebrow or you're surprised, so was I, because I thought this already existed. And then I remember I was using the mobile browser app when I made the purchase online.
Mm.
So after a months long wait, Xbox is letting beta testers buy games, DLC, and more from its app on Android and iOS. Now, we mentioned a couple of these things, and I'm hoping Emma actually goes into a little bit more remote play stuff that's going on with the app and what's available for the, what's it called? Beta testers, beta users, or whatever. There's a lot of good features there. So if you have Xbox, I don't know if you need the Game Pass or not to actually sign up. But if you have the option, you should go in to your Xbox account, check it out, and turn on beta testers because it's really cool. You get to experience a lot of stuff really early on. Anyways, so Xbox is finally rolling out the ability to purchase games and DLC, as well as sign up for Xbox Game Pass directly from its mobile app. But there's a catch. You'll no longer be able to access remote play within the Xbox app. Okay, so they're taking away remote play. That's not good. Um, Remote play, I believe, was when I did this with the old console when my actual physical remote died on me, aka my dog being a
Uh,
puppy chewed it up. Uh, but what it was is like you could switch and use your phone like a remote, and it had like the whole interface on your phone
uh,
to go like up, down, left, right, and volume and all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. It was really cool. So the update is arriving for beta testers on iOS and Android, but Xbox says it will be available to everyone soon. Xbox President Sarah Bond first announced plans to let players purchase and play games within the Xbox app in October, just days after a court ruled that Google must track open Android to third party app stores. But users won't be able to play games within the app as initially promised. That's kind of a bummer. The feature was supposed to arrive in November, but Bond blamed a temporary administrative stay for holding it back. Interesting. Who knows exactly what that means? Once Microsoft officially launches in game app purchases, you'll see a buy button on game pages if you already have a form of payment saved. You'll also be able to pre order games and set them to pre install in your Xbox, as well as redeem Game Pass Ultimate perks. With this update, Xbox has done a complete reversal, as its app previously let users purchase games without remote play. It's just kinda interesting. I was always kinda annoyed with the Xbox app on my phone for a while, so it's just nice to know that they're making general improvements.
Yeah.
Um,
It's
I
very
don't know
true.
if you've had experience with that at all, Kyle, trying to
Yeah.
do, the Xbox app. It can be very stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, it certainly can be. I mean, I like I think the Xbox like cloud app, like for them to actually, I mean, what they have now is not bad. But, actually making like a proper app at some point. I mean, I don't know the browser thing. I mean, I'm impressed when it like still runs through a browser. I'm pretty sure, but I'm impressed with how well that works, even though it's not like a native app technically. Kind of wild.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, work to be done, but I like the innovation that they're trying to do. So, though remote play will no longer be available in the app, Xbox notes that you can still access it from your mobile browser. Xbox is also bringing remote play to supported Samsung TVs. I hope that's one of the ones I got, to be honest. Amazon Fire TV devices and Meta Quest headsets. A few other updates are coming to Xbox as well, including the ability for Game Pass Ultimate subscribers to stream select games they own from Xbox Series X and S and Xbox One consoles, which means they won't have to download games before they can play. Xbox recently added more titles to its Stream Your Own Game collection, including Disney Epic Monkey Rebrushed and Subnautica 2. I remember that we went over that topic when it was first announced about 6 months ago. So there's also a new Game Hub feature on Xbox that pulls up relevant information about a game, such as player stats, achievements, friends currently playing the game, events, and available add-ons. So the friends currently playing the game, events, and available add-ons, mostly the friends playing the game right now, that's one of the features that are probably more brand new. Everything else seems to be stuff that was already there, just probably not as much as it should be.
Yeah.
Honestly, it sounds like Xbox is just taking some of the stats, the most popular stats that was in Steam, and adding that into their game launcher. And it's about time, dude, because their game launcher and their app, like in general, was frustrating. They built it into all the Microsoft. It's so weird. It's like they built it into Microsoft Windows, the Windows G game bar, and it doesn't work all the time. It's really annoying. And then when you open up the app used to be freaking horrendous. I don't know if you remember the Xbox Game Companion or Console Companion. That was the most annoying app ever. It broke all the time. Just a buggy fueled mess.
Yeah.
And now it looks like they're making some strides to really, really pivot away from the console and get on the PC because that's where the gamers are probably growing the fastest outside of mobile. And obviously, mobile game store is really important right now to them. Just seems to be more and more of a trend going in that direction. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I totally agree. It's kind of wild that like you weren't able to buy stuff in app like already. Seems, I mean, I guess their priorities are probably elsewhere, but it's kind of seems like something that should have been available already. To be honest, but I mean, it's also I know Xbox has been operating very differently over the past like decade, so I guess I shouldn't be that surprised. But yeah, I don't know, getting more features similar to like what Steam has, I think is definitely a
Yeah.
plus. Because yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff about Steam that I like, especially from like community standpoint and all that.
Hmm.
So I think getting closer to that would be a huge win for Xbox. Um,
It definitely would be. Yeah, I agree with you.
yeah, try and get as integrated with your player base as possible and give people what they want because that's how you win, you know.
Yes, it is. It's 100% how you win. I think I think this is a good way to go about it. The remote play is something that they try to do in xCloud, but everything keeps getting better and better with time, and it doesn't seem like Microsoft's really giving up on that idea. I know that there's like third party websites or third party apps and open source apps like Sunshine and Moonlight that do it better for now. It's just Microsoft really needs to figure this out because it's not like they don't have the manpower. It's not like they don't have the smarts to get it done. It's just a matter of doing it, you know?
Yeah, yeah, especially for Microsoft and Xbox, dude. They could definitely do it. So we'll see what we'll see what they do. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm all for making the app better and giving people options. Taking away options, granted, with remote play going away, but still available in the browser. You still go in your mobile app browser and do it
Yeah.
that way.
Yeah, you
So
definitely can. Uh, it'll be cool. So it says that X, the remote play will no longer be available in the app. Xbox notes that you can still access it from mobile browser. And Xbox is also bringing remote play to supported Samsung TVs, Amazon TVs, devices, and MetaQuest headsets. That would be really sick. I would very much like just to be able to use the Samsung TV natively as my Xbox app or my Xbox console. I've been, you know, this. I've been dreaming about it for forever with PlayStation and Sony TV, and somebody's got to do it. Please, like, let it happen. I do know that there are plenty of apps you can kind of remote desktop into your PC. Can't do it on console yet, though. So we'll see.
after the console, dang it, do
Hmm.
it.
Yeah, so I think that's really it for this week's episodes. It's kind of been a quick week back for me. I've only been home for like 48 hours. Actually, like in the next 30 minutes, it's gonna be 48 hours exactly. So
Get some catching up to
by
do
the
there, Mike.
time, yeah, dude, it's mostly just like getting my life together.
Oh my
Just
god.
you know what I mean?
Uh,
Not like anything's going wrong. It's
yeah,
just
not
like
like in
you
the
gotta
not like a rock bottom
get
way, but just
no, no,
in
no.
a
It's just like
spring
it's
cleaning
just been
way.
kind. Yeah, it's been like hectic, and I got stuff everywhere. I haven't really officially unpacked, so it's like, dude, I gotta get this stuff done. The Canes are in the playoffs. My boy wants to hang out tomorrow, and then like Everton match is on Saturday morning, and then Saturday, what's it called? I'm getting my haircut, so it's like, dude, I just
Bang, 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 bang,
please,
bang, 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 bang,
yeah,
bang.
one after the one after the other. It's like, so essentially, I need to get together. But next time we get on the stream on the pod, I want the background all good, looking pretty. I need to have this whole place organized. This is not the first time I've moved and we were recording at the same time. So let's fix it. Is
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
sure. God, we've been doing the show so long. You moved twice, Mike.
Yeah. This is gonna be the last move for a while though.
Yeah,
So that'll be nice. That'll be nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. It settled down a little bit. I moved him almost 6 years. So,
Yeah, dude. It
oh
must be
man.
nice.
I mean,
Couldn't be
it's
me.
nice. Sure. Yeah, it's nice to have to worry about moving.
Yeah.
I don't know. One day, I'm definitely gonna move at some point. So, not looking forward to it, but
Oh yeah. Heck yeah, man. Well, how about we let the people go? Try to stay under that hour mark we've been striving for forever. Back-to-back episodes under an hour. Keep it nice and smooth. And do you have anything to add on,
I mean,
or should I let the people go?
go play Oblivion, y'all. Why not?
Yeah, go check it out. Go check out the remaster.
On Game
Have a good
Pass.
time playing that. I am probably gonna go load up into some custom games, see if I can
Oh
play
yeah,
something with the new internet,
I
and
forgot
hope for
too.
the best.
I forgot, dude. I gotta download Expedition 33. Clairvoyant or whatever it is. Expedition is a new Xbox game that dropped. Got
Oh, is
really
it?
good reviews apparently. Expedition
It
33.
sound it sounds super familiar. I feel
Yeah,
like
it's
we might
that
have talked about it, right?
yeah, it was in the Dev Direct. It's like a turn-based
Expedition
combat
33. Yeah.
story game, but apparently it's very well done from what I've heard. So
I'm looking
some
at the images right now. It is ringing a bell. It's
yeah,
story-driven content. Oh, I remember the this
yeah,
art, like this dude,
yeah.
the
Yeah,
music
apparently
there.
it's like it's surprisingly like exceeding expectations of reviewers and stuff. So
That's
yeah,
good.
yeah.
It looks like it's
Little
very story-driven,
little
heavy.
little French studio did it. I think it was like 30 people or something. It's very small, but
Dude, I swear
apparently they
sometimes
knocked it
like
out of the park.
this. Sometimes you just need one cook in the kitchen and then a whole bunch of sous chefs that know exactly what they're doing to help.
Yeah,
Like that's
but
all you really need.
yeah, I will be downloading that and playing that this week at some point because I definitely want to check it out, especially with all the reviews. Like it's on Metacritic, it was like a 92 or 93 overall for one of the
Yeah,
consoles, so Metacritic marked it a must play if it's in the 90s. So I
that's
gotta
very
check it out,
nice.
dude. Xbox, dude, just railing these games out of the park, and then in like 3 weeks you got Doom coming out, another one to just like
Okay.
pop fly. Nail it, dude.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, fam. Let's let the people go. And you're gonna have to tell me how your Expedition 33 goes. And you said Dune is coming out when?
Doom
Next
is
week?
like no, it's like 2-3 weeks away. Maybe
Oh,
maybe
okay.
even longer than
Okay.
that. It's like end of May.
Well, Dune 3, the movie, comes out in 2026, which is gonna be sick. Hopefully it's
Dude,
gonna
oh,
propose release, obviously.
I'm about to.
People are saying it's not a trilogy, but it kinda
Yeah,
is.
I don't know.
Kinda isn't.
I'm gonna wait till Doom 3 comes out and then I'm gonna watch them all. You know what I'm saying? Just ding ding.
Yeah, you're always about falling behind, man. Killing me.
For those movies,
Killing me.
for sure, I'm falling behind. There's
Always
no
with you.
shot.
All right, let's let the people go. I'm going to say it for the third time. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you want to check out everything, we do have the links in the description below, along with the timestamps. So all the articles that we've checked out, if you didn't really like the first one, just go to the next one. If you don't like that one, go to the third one. If you don't like that one, go to the fourth one. If you don't like that one, uh, see another episode, I guess. I don't know. But anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. We really appreciate you for tuning in. I'm glad to be back. Glad to be chatting with Kyle again. And we'll see you in the next one. Just have a good one. This has been the M2 podcast. I'm MadMikeWillEatU. That's Kyle Heath. We'll see you later. Bye.
All right, everyone.
Adios, amigos.
Dios, ese.